Now back to the Pet Project with your host, Tammy Trujillo. Down.
Thank you so much, our great production director, Ray Holdridge, with those terrific intros and outros. Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, I don't know where he got the ideas for those. Maybe I don't want to know. Well, if you're like me, you've already started shopping for your pets. We've already got quite a few things for our cats and dogs ready to go. But you know what? Here's the sad thing. Not every pet is going to have a family to buy them stuff this Christmas. Obviously not, because they're stuck in the shelters. And that's sad. I mean, my gosh, they like to get gifts too. They like to get some love. They like to know they're important. There's just not enough homes out there for all those pets. You and I both know that problem, and so does our first guest on the Pet Project today. Joining us is Justin Rudd. And Justin, we love having you on.
Hey, Tammy.
How are you doing?
I'm really good. Thanks for having me on to talk about Operation Santa Paws.
Absolutely. Now, you are by far one of the busiest guys, I think, in the universe. And Operation Santa Paws, you've been doing this a long time now, right?
Yes. Maybe it's our 9th or 10th year, 9th, 10th year, something like that.
Sounds like it. Because I remember when you first started it.
Yep.
And what gave you the idea to do this? Tell us how the whole thing works.
Well, when I grew up back in Ozark, Alabama, a small town, they had a program called Operation Santa Claus, where the local fire department takes gently used toys and bicycles, and they refurbish them and then give them to kids that are in need. And I just kind of took that idea about giving, but I thought that I would do it for shelter dogs and cats, and I started it right here in Belmont Shore in Long Beach, California, where I live, and was collecting toys and treats for the shelter dogs and cats, and then just kind of have opened it up and am now encouraging people all over the country to collect toys and treats and shelter cleaning supplies, leashes, collars, bedding, all kinds of stuff for the shelter pets that are out there.
Now, you've gotten a lot of notice in the last few years, I know, from other cities and states. Are you getting more reception to people making this a nationwide effort?
Absolutely. On our Facebook page, Operation Santa Paws, we've got followers from almost all of the states, and people in each of those states are doing their own collections. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is put out a box or some sort of a bin, a plastic bucket or something like that, a big bucket, and then you can download and print one of our posters from our website and attach that to the bucket, and then just ask your friends or your family, your coworkers, your fellow students, maybe the people that go to your church, ask them to put something into the bucket. And then on the Saturday before Christmas, go and deliver that to your favorite local shelter. We're planning to do it this year on December 17th instead of on December 24th, because a lot of shelters may even be closed to the public on December 24th. So this year we're going to do it on December 17th, make the deliveries.
Now, what makes a good toy? What kind of things are you looking for?
Yep. Typically, shelters love to get very durable rubber types of toys, like a Kong brand toy. It's practically indestructible, and it's also able to be sanitized, like after it's been rolling around in a dog kennel and it might get poop or something on it.
Of course,
they can go and sanitize that, or give it to the next dog or cat. The unfortunate part about Operation Santa Paws is, and as we all know, shelter dogs and cats are only, at least in California, are only there by law for a certain amount of days. I think it's like 6 or 7 days.
Right.
And then after that, they can be put down. So a lot of these dogs and cats, unfortunately, will not make it till Christmas. But what we are going to do is to make it fun and give them some toys and give them some treats for this season. And hopefully that we can encourage them to act like they're having a good time when they're in that little confined space, and they'll get a forever home. That's the ultimate goal that we're looking for here. Every one of these dogs and cats in our country and around the world to get forever homes.
Well, we got to go with you a couple of years ago, and hopefully we get to go with you this time.
Yep.
But, it's so funny. The animals at the shelter, they seem to know. Boy, did they perk up when we were walking around giving treats and toys. It's gotta make you feel good, even though you can't take them all home. You can't save them all.
That's right. It makes all of us feel very good to go in and to help a dog or a cat or a rabbit or whatever the animals are at the particular shelters. I know, like when we go to the Orange County Animal Care Services down in the city of Orange, they've got ducks, geese. There was a llama there, rabbits, chickens, lots of dogs, lots of cats. I think there was a potbelly pig.
Yeah, I remember that one being there.
You could get gerbils. It's all kinds of animals are in these shelters. If you just go and ask, and almost all of them are up for adoption. Some of them they cannot place back into the hands of a resident, but they can give it to an animal sanctuary or a wild animal sanctuary or a farm animal sanctuary.
Now, I know when we did it with you, the hardest thing for me, Justin, and I'm sure it is for you too, is you go in there and you fall in love about 10 times over. Are you pulling adoptions out of Operation Santa Paws, or some people going in there with a toy to give and coming out with an animal to love?
You bet.
Yeah.
Just maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when we were at the Long Beach shelter, Long Beach Animal Care Services, and then I took my video camera and I was making some videos to show up on our YouTube pages to let people know what we're doing. And then I get a note from a lady, and she said that she had adopted the dog that was in our video.
Oh, no.
So, yes, it does happen. And now I see that dog at the dog beach here in Long Beach. So it's great to be able to help network and to let people know about the animals that are up for adoption. And, I know we can't like you said, we can't take all the animals home. But what we can do is take pictures when we're at the shelters, put them up on our Facebook pages, and then try to network these animals. Let other people know what's going on and what's available in those shelters, and give them that option of adoption. Show the faces, show a dog having a good time. That's what they need to see.
That's a fantastic idea. Justin, stay with us over the break.
Yep.
We have much more to talk to, as we always do, because you have so much going on, and it's all such good work, and we just appreciate you so darn much. So we are coming back and talking to Justin Rudd, Operation Santa Paws. If you've got it, go buy a toy for a child, go buy a toy for a puppy or kitty. We're going to talk about donation sites, how you can get involved. It's all coming up on The Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to on CRN.